Hey everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified, and now we'll see a new question in array. So basically we are given an array here. We need to find the first missing positive number, right? So basically the positive number, if we say that positive number ideally should start from 1, like ideally the positive number start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then keep on going. Now we are not assuming 0 at a positive number, so we are saying that 0 is a neutral number, so we are saying that your number should start from 1, right? Now if you see in this array we have this 1, we have this 2 as well, but we don't have 3, right? So if we don't have 3, it means this number will be the first missing positive number, so my answer should be this 3, right? So if you see this, that ideally, let's say if I sort this number, so if I sort this number, what it will be something, it will be something like this: -3, -2, then we have 1, 2, then we have 4, then we have 11, right? That's what we have, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers, and here also we have 7. So what we have missed, we have missed 10 here, so we have 10 here as well. So ideally, if we sort this number, we have this one, right? So now what we can do, this is one of the approach. So first of all, we'll sort this array. So in sorting, our complexity is n log n, right? So we can basically have the quick sort or we can have the merge sort. So in sorting the algorithm, we'll have this one. Now we can start from this one, and as soon as we are getting negative number, we can just ignore them. Now the first positive number, let's say we start from this one, right? Now we'll keep on, so as soon as we start from this first number, the positive number, we'll say that it should be start from 1. Now we have 1, we have 2, but we don't have 3. So as soon as we don't find any positive number, then in this case we can return this is my answer, right? So in this case, what we need to do, first of all, we will iterate till here, till positive number, the first positive number, and then so basically you are iterating each number, right? So it means if there are n elements, so in iterating the element, it will be big of n, right? So if I do using this approach, it will be this much of complexity. First of all, I will do sorting, and then after that I will basically keep on traversing the each element, and I first of all I will ignore all the negative number, and as soon as I get the first positive number, then I will start the iterating that what is the first missing number, and will keep on traversing that yes, we have achieved this number, and as soon as we don't find that number, so we'll return that number, right? So this is one of the way. But in this case, our complexity is n log n, because this is a smaller term, so this will be the bigger term, so my overall complexity is n log n. Now let's see some better approach, right? So in this approach, what we do, let me write here number again. So here we have -2, 11, 1, -3, then 2, then 10, and then 4, right? So as we know that ideally our number should be something like this, that ideally my number should start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say if my number is this one, if my array is this one, because that's what we are saying, that ideally this is the thing, ideally it should be something like this. Now let's say if I sort this number in this manner, if I arrange this array in this manner, so what it will be something like this, because we have 1, so it will be there, we have 2, it will be there, now we don't have 3, so in place of 3 there will be some number. So let's say we have -2, now it will be 4, because we have 1, 2, 3, so we don't have 3, so it will be any number. Now we have 4, now we don't have 5, so we don't have 5, it means again there will be some number. We don't have 6 also, then there will be some number, and we don't have 7 also, then there will be some number, right? So it means these three values, 1, 2, and 4, these values are in particular manner, because this is the exact position of 1, this is the actual position of 2, and this should be the actual position of 3. Now can we do something like this, that now we know that this should be the ideal position, and our indexes start from 0, 1, 2, then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So if you see, the actual value should be the index plus 1. Now here 0, 0, so ideal value should be 1. Here we have index 1, so ideal value should be 2. Now here we don't have the value, because ideally the value should be 3, but right now we don't have the value, this is -2, right? So if it is the case, so what we can do, we can basically check that if this value is not equal to the I plus 1, then in this case I will say that this is the first missing positive number, right? So what I can say that if my array of I, this is array of I, if it is not equals to I plus 1, then this is the first missing positive value, right? So this is what will solve this question, right? So let me write here this again so that we can start it here. So let me remove this one and let's start one by one. So this is my actual array, right? So what will be the condition? Basically I will iterate from the first element to from 0th element to the n minus 1 element. Basically n is the number of elements, so basically I'll iterate for all the values. Now here what I need to check, that here I need to check the condition, right? Now here if you see that this value is negative value, right? So if this value is negative, so and we know that we can safely ignore the negative value, because I know that the first value which will start ideally the first value should be the positive number, right? So we can ignore these values. So what I can do, I can basically have a condition that if array of I is positive, is greater than positive number, then only I should consider this, right? So this is the first case. Now the second case is, let's say right now if you see what is the length of this array, the length of this array is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So ideally the value which will store here till 7, 1 to 7, right? So can I say that the value which are less than the 8, like for this case less than the 8 is only feasible for me, or only valid case for me. Other than these values we can safely ignore. Like this case, this 11 and 10, they are of no use for me, right? So what I can say, if array of I is greater than 0, this was for the negative case, and if array of, and now we have the next condition, and if array of I should be less than this array dot length plus 1. Like what is the array of length here? 7, so 7 plus 1, 8. So basically it should be the array of length, right? So if it is the case, if the value is greater than 0, this means this is valid case. If this value is less than this, and if our value is not equal to the index plus 1, so like here my index is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So what will happen for minus 2? This is not a valid case because this is negative. For 11 also this is not negative. This is not valid case because 11 is greater than this array dot length plus 1. Now when it will come this 1, right? So can we say, like right now what we were saying? We were saying that if array of I is not equals to I plus 1. Now what is array of I? Array of I is 1, and what is I plus 1? I is 2. So this is 2 plus 1 3. So yes, this is not a valid case. So if it is not a valid case, then what we want to put this value, this 1, at its correct position, right? So what will happen that after this case we want to put this 1 to its correct position, because at least we want to put the values, whatever values is, to its correct position, right? So what will happen now after swapping? So now we'll swap this value to this value. So now 1 will come here, now 11, now minus 2, now minus 3, then 2, then 10, then 4, right? So now minus 2 will come here and 1 will come here. So now 1 is reached to its correct position, right? Now I won't increase the I, so my I is still here, this is here, right? So what I need to do, that if it is not the valid case, so in this case I will simply increase the I plus plus, right? So that's what we were doing here. So now I started I equals to 0. So rather than this while, we can say that we'll take a while loop, right? So let me write here again so that you don't get confused. So basically this here we can take a while loop. So I will say that here I have while I less than should be array dot length, right? And at the starting my I is initialized to 0. So this is my loop where I'm saying while I should be less than equals to array dot length and I is starting to 0. Now if it is not the valid case, then else I plus plus. So what will happen when we started from here? So we started from I equals to 0. Then because this was negative number, so we moved to I plus 1. So now this is I equals to 1. Here this 11 was greater than the array dot length plus 1. So again we increased to I, this case. So now my I is this one, right? So now because this was the valid case, so now we are basically swapping the value, right? So now we are swapping the value. It means now my I is still here, right? My I am still at here. Now what I will do, so now my I is here -2. So this is again negative value, so we can safely ignore this. We can go further. Now this is again negative value, so we can again ignore this one. Now I'll go further, and this is 2, right? Now this 2 is a valid case, right? And if you see here, value is array of I is not equals to I plus 1, because if you see the what is array of I is 2, and what is I plus 1 is 5. So this is not valid case. So it means, so this is valid case. So basically this is not at its correct position. It means we can swap this value to its correct position. So basically what you want that after the swapping, this 2 should be placed to its correct position. So basically after swapping, this 2 will come here, then we have -2, -3, and 11 will swap here. So 11 will come here, 2 will come here. So here will be 11, then 10, then 4, right? Now my I was here, so again I will check this 11. So 11 is greater than this array dot length plus 1, so we can ignore that. So we'll go to I plus 1. I plus plus, again we have 10, so 10 is greater than array dot length plus 1, so we'll do I plus plus. So now we'll reach here. Now this 4, so 4 is not at its correct position, right? And this is valid case also. So what we can do, we can basically swap the value to here at its correct position. So basically ideally the 4 should be at this position, right? And -3 will come here. So after swapping, what will happen? After swapping, this will be 1, 2, -2, 4 will come here, 4, 11, 10, and -3, right? So now this is -3, so this is again not valid case, so we'll go I plus plus. So we are done. It means if you see, this is the final thing after doing this thing, after doing this arrangement, right? Now the 1, 2, and 4 at its correct position. If you see here, this 1 is placed to its correct position, 2 is also placed to its correct position, 4 is also to its correct position. And what are the indexes we have here? The indexes we have here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now what we'll do, we'll start from the first number. So and whenever and wherever we are not getting index plus 1 equals to array of I, that will be my answer. So like here, if you see here, what is index? Index is let's say I. So now I plus 1, ideally I plus 1 should be this array of I. Ideally it should be array of I. But wherever it is not equals to, that will be my answer. So now let's see. This is 0 plus 1 equals to 1. This is okay. Now this is 1 plus 1 equals to 2. This is also fine. But here this is 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1, 3. So ideally it should be 3 here. But this is not. So my answer. So I will return I plus 1. That will be my answer. Right? So what I'm doing, first of all, I'm doing the arrangement, right? And after arrangement, then I'm basically just iterating this loop once to check that which value is not valid case, right? So if you see, this is what we did, that if array of I is greater than 0, and this is this one, and if it is the case, and we checked one condition, that array of I is not equals to I plus 1. And when this was the case, so we basically swapped the value. So we basically swapped the value to this value and this value, right? So what we did, we basically swapped the value to I and the value present at here, right? Yeah. So now let's say that rather than this array, we have array something like this, 2, 2, and -2, then we have 3. Right? So in this case, if you see that we have the duplicate values as well. So what will happen, that when you will check this condition, this one, so here we have index 0, 1, 2, 3. So now let's check this condition. In this condition, this is array of I is greater than 0, this is valid. Array of I is less than array dot length plus 1, this is also valid. Now array of I is not equals to I plus 1. So like this is valid case here, because here this array of I is 2 and I is 0. So ideally it should be 1 here, but this is 2, right? So what will happen, this is saying that we should swap the value to here, right? We should swap this value to here to here. So this will be array of I minus 1. Now what will happen, let's say if you swap this value to here, right? So even if I swap the value, it will not make any change, because here also we have 2. So here also we have duplicate value, right? So rather than this condition, ideally what we should do, we should check this condition, that array of I is not equals to array of I minus 1. How? Let's check this condition. What is array of I? Array of I is 2, not equals to array of, what is array of I? Array of I is 2, and here minus 1. So what it will give me? It will give me array of 1. And what is array of 1? Array of 1 is 2, right? So this condition, and we are checking if it is not equal to this, then we should swap. But right now it is swapping, but right now they are equal because array of 1 is also 2 and this is also 2, right? So in this case we will not swap the value and we'll move further, right? So rather than this condition, ideally we should basically apply this condition. This will basically cater the duplicate values as well, right? So this is what will solve this question, and let's see the code as well so that you can get it better here. So here I have this array, and here I'm calling the function smallest missing positive number, where I'm passing this array, right? Now here I'm checking this is negative test case. Let's say if your array length is 0, so if there is no such array, in this case it's on you. Either you can return -1, let's say if you want to return -1, or you can say just that there is no array, so the first missing positive number is 1, because we are saying that we're starting from 1, so it could be 1 as well, right? So this is what we have now. Now we're starting and we are saying I equals to 0, and we are saying the loop that while I should be less than equals to array dot length. So basically we are iterating the each element of the array, right? And now we have the condition here that if array of I is greater than 0, and if array of I is less than equals to array dot length, right? So either you can do this or you can say that array dot length plus 1. So both are valid case, right? So let's do it this one. Array dot length less, it should be array of I should be less than equals to array dot length. And if array of I is not equals to array dot array I minus 1. So this is the basically condition that if this value is not at its actual position, then we need to swap the value, right? So how will swap the value? This is the index that you want to swap the value, right? So this will be the other index, right? Now I will operate what is the current value. The current value I will store in the X. Then here I will basically swap this. So this is just a swap operation, right? This is basically the swap operation, because here I have got this other index here, and my current index is this I. So basically I am swapping the value, right? And if it is not the case, then I will simply increase the I plus plus. I will simply increase I by plus 1. So once I am done this while loop, then I will operate the one another loop after this one, this for loop, and here I will check that at any position if your array of I is not equals to I plus 1, then return I plus 1. That will be my answer, right? Now it could happen that your all values are in particular manner. So if all values are in particular manner, so you can simply return array dot length plus 1. So what is this case? This case is this one. Let's say if your array is something like this, 1 2 3. Let's say we have only 3 values. Now all values are its correct position, because we have 0 1 2, all values are its correct position. If all values are at correct position, then what is the next value? Next value will be array dot length plus 1. What is array dot length? 3 plus 1. So next missing positive value is 4, right? So this is how we can solve this question. And if you see about the time complexity, so what we are doing, we are basically iterating all the element in the array, right? So if we have n elements, so my time complexity will be big of n. Now we are again iterating the loop to check that which value is not matching. So for that also it will be big of n, right? So overall it will be big of n, right? That you can see from here itself, because we are using one while loop, so this will be big of n, and we are using this for loop, this will also be big of n. So overall it will be, both are linear, so it will be big of n. And space complexity, so as such I'm not using any extra space, it's just that I'm using some variables, so space complexity will be big of 1, right? So yeah, that's all about this video. And if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, then please write in the comment section. I will try to explain that, and I will also put the source code into description section, so if you want, then you can also get it from there. So that's it, and if you have liked the video, then please like it and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.